Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, has long been notorious for his pranks on the reality show. However, it turns out that Robyn Brown, his wife, doesn't always enjoy it, particularly when it comes to dancing. The couple discussed their divergent dancing techniques during a night out in Arizona in the most recent episode of the TLC reality show. Kody's eagerness to let loose was swiftly dashed by Robyn, who acknowledged that she dislikes dancing with him due to his style. One of the season's most awkward and hilarious moments resulted from the confession. But when she claimed that dancing with Kody is like a stripper in a pole, what did she mean exactly? And what was Kody's response to her frank and nasty remark? Continue reading to learn more. Robyn's dancing confession may have surprised Sister Wives star Kody Brown, but it's obvious that he's only attempting to establish a stronger bond with his wife. After all, Robyn is the only partner Kody still has after splitting from Meri, Janelle, and Brown. In order to develop emotional connection in a monogamous marriage, Kody occasionally has to push Robyn beyond her comfort zone. For Robyn and me, emotional connection is something that we need all the time, he said. Kody said that he wants Robyn to feel more at ease and be able to express his love for her in public. He even made a joke about how his ideal scenario would be her slapping his ass at a shopping center. When he said, "I think it's just going to take time for Robyn to get used to this monogamy thing," fans took notice. Kody and Robyn Brown's awkward dance floor moment on Sister Wives swiftly became one of the season's most talked about moments. Robyn doesn't always enjoy going out to dance, but Kody said throughout the episode that he loves taking her out. Robyn began to say, "I don't like dancing with you because you're like a stripper and I'm like the pole," Kody remarked with a giggle. But Robyn wasn't exactly kidding. Sister Wives goods, she clarified that she feels uncomfortable and exposed because her spouse prefers to dance around her instead of with her. She remarked during the confessional, "He dances around me like I'm his accessory, and he dances with me like I'm the pole." Robyn's cautious attitude doesn't quite mesh with Kody's exuberant manner, even though it could look well on video. She described him as very out there, very enthusiastic, and very exuberant. "I just think, let's just dance." "It's embarrassing," Robyn continued, "when Kody begins throwing his arms." She added that he would begin to turn the dance from a moment of bonding to a performance. To hone their rhythm, the couple even attended a dancing class at Arizona's Museum Club. Despite their disagreements, Robyn said that she still finds it difficult to keep up with his crazy moves. But Kody has straightforward goals. After years of family strife, it was to maintain their flame and bring them closer. In Sister Wives legend, Robyn Brown is regarded as both a serene pillar and the subtly troubled spirit. She has always maintained a calm front and married Kody Brown, despite his previous multiple marriages. But in a recent Sister Wives episode, a dancing class revealed an unexpectedly sensitive and unvarnished aspect of her emotional landscape. She disclosed more than just her discomfort when she informed Kody that dancing with him feels like a stripper. She'd also disclosed the tension in their closeness, power relations, and her own self-perception. The mirror of the dancing floor, it starts out simply enough. A dancing class, a night out in Arizona, and an opportunity to reconnect. As the showman, Kody is ecstatic at the chance to have fun, and Robyn, who is more collected and circumspect, goes along with him. However, she utters the shocking statement during their confessional moments. "He dances around me like I'm his accessory. He dances with me like I'm the pole." This is a potent metaphor. A stripper pole is more than simply a tangible item. It represents performance. Objectification in show. Robyn feels vulnerable, even on the periphery, rather than just seen. She sees Kody's dancing as performative, as self-indulgent, and as using her as a prop in his show, rather than just being vivacious. Conflict between styles ensnares Robyn isn't afraid to acknowledge that their styles aren't compatible. "When we dance, he's very enthusiastic and ebullient," she says, "and I'm more along the lines of, let's just dance. He desires excitement, flair, and arms. I will not be as enthusiastic as he is. There's more to this than just a misaligned beat." Her constraint stems from her relationship style rather than just her dancing moves. She doesn't feel at ease being on stage, as he seems to want to do. For her, dancing with Kody isn't a romantic moment. Rather, it's a chance to shine. Robyn is revealing her inner turmoil when she calls his actions crazy and embarrassing. She wants to connect. She wants to be close. But his showmanship makes it difficult for her to unwind and feel like an equal partner, rather than an accessory in his self-expression. Emotional closeness and strength. Kody's passion is motivated by a beautiful and sincere desire to rekindle emotional intimacy. He acknowledges that they have become co-parents or battle buddies as a result of their daily struggles with co-parenting, handling family conflict, and raising children. He views dance as a means of rekindling the love spark and returning to that intimacy. However, Robyn's response indicates that she might find his approach to closeness theatrical. A power disparity is implied by the stripper pole metaphor. She is the stage, and he is the dancer. He's dancing for her, not simply spinning around her, incorporating her into his act, rather than necessarily making her his partner. She insisted that he be patient. I have to practice this 100 times, and the instructor and my partner will both need to be patient. Emphasizes that this is more than just a style conflict. It's very intimate. She's not merely picking up new skills. She's figuring out how to meet his intensity while remaining authentic. Exposure and self-image. Perhaps the most startling aspect of Robyn's revelation is how revealing the dance felt to her, both literally and symbolically. She makes repeated use of the phrase embarrassing. She prefers a grounded, reciprocal connection over the showmanship. However, her sensitivity also raises the question of how he and she both perceive herself. The unpleasant reality that she feels objectified is indicated when she refers to herself as the pole, as a static fixture for his performance, not in a flattering way. His excessive behavior and his tendency to swirl around her instead of move with her are the causes of that emotion, not his malice. Their emotional languages are different, in addition to the fact that their dance styles don't mesh. The change to monogamy, a significant change in their lives. They are now essentially monogamous, also shapes their interaction. Robyn is the only partner since the other wives are no longer involved. Kody discusses this new stage by making a joke about wanting her to slap his ass at a shopping center one day. This is a light-hearted but oddly symbolic desire for unrestrained closeness. He seems to view dance as a metaphor for their new life, which consists of a single wife and a partner who are attempting to find a rhythm that works. However, Robyn's uneasiness demonstrates that closeness isn't a show to her. She wants to feel like she's trying out, not like she is. Disagreement and development. They do attempt to resolve the issue during the dance class. Kody pledges to be patient. Robyn is prepared to put in the effort. That is significant in and of itself. She's struggling with how to establish a genuine connection without becoming enmeshed in his approach, rather than flatly rejecting him. There is a lot of emotion in this conflict. It's not only about dancing. It's about how two individuals in a marriage, particularly one with a history of polygamy, learn to deal with change. How do you accommodate each other's peculiarities, needs, and fears? How can you develop intimacy with others while maintaining individuality? More general reflection. Self-worth, performance, and identity beyond her relationship with Kody. Robyn's metaphor resonates. It appeals to universal themes, such as the desire to be more than just the background for someone else's performance, the dread of being perceived as only a prop, and the anxiety of being exposed. She is taking back her identity by criticizing his stripper-like dancing. She isn't merely expressing that she dislikes your moves. By saying, "I don't want to be the thing to dance around," she is disclosing a deeper uneasiness. Instead of being danced about, "I want to dance with you." Her boundaries are also being reclaimed. "This is not the way I want to be treated. Not on the dance floor, not in life," she says, defining her feelings. Self-advocacy has great power. The crucial point. Using vulnerability as strength. Robyn's actions are courageous. She may have made a light-hearted joke or laughed it off. Rather, she expresses her feelings of shame, vulnerability, and alienation. Even when it's disguised as Kody's attempt at intimacy, she fights against being objectified. She wants him to understand her well enough to meet her where she is, not just to soften his tone. She wants grounding, he wants flair. She views dance as a test of her comfort and self-respect, while he sees it as a means of re-establishing contact. The effects on their relationship. This sister-wives encounter might be a game-changer, not just a humorous or awkward dance class. If they handle this successfully, they may be able to face their disagreements head-on and become closer. If not, there may be a split marked by the concept of her being the pole. Kody appears to be making an effort based on his openness to learn and his stated desire for greater emotional closeness. However, Robyn's admission that she feels like an accessory demonstrates that they still have work to do in terms of their partnership's vision, as well as its actual stages. Why Sister Wives fans care. This scene strikes a chord with Sister Wives watchers. It touches on genuine, complex topics like self-image, marital power dynamics, and performance versus authenticity. It's not just reality TV drama. Their clumsy dance has been interpreted by many fans as a metaphor for deeper, long-standing problems in their relationship. Robyn's uneasiness feels like a subliminal rebellion in a setting that was shaped by plural marriage, where roles were frequently inflexible in acting. Public affection, family togetherness was a part of the show. "I don't belong in the wings," she says. "I'm not interested in simply finishing your performance. With all of my stillness and my aversion to spectacle, I want to be recognized for who I am." An imaginative fantasy. Robyn's inner monologue. What could Robyn be thinking if her thoughts were audible in that dance studio? Arms flailing, hips moving, the spotlight in his eyes. There he is again. He's doing his thing. Me? I'm the object he acts around, the fixture. I feel insignificant, and that I'm only a prop in his performance. Does he mean us reconnecting in this sense? Since all I'm feeling is revealed. I didn't sign up to participate in a show. I'd like to dance with him, but I'm worried that I'll lose my rhythm if I do. And what if his flair makes me lose myself? In conclusion, the marriage dance. Robyn Brown's admission that dancing with Kody feels like a stripper is more than just a catchphrase. It's an invitation, a metaphor, and a moment of self-discovery. She's asking him to reconsider their relationship, as well as the audience. How they move in unison? Who is in the spotlight? And are they able to produce a dance that is grounded, real, and reciprocal? They're not only learning steps in that dancing class, they are also relearning one another, and perhaps, just possibly, that is the most sincere, private dance of all.